Feyenoord, a team who have gone through some bad form of late, have recently lost their manager Arne Slot. Now under Slot, Feyenoord are league winners and were playing some brilliant football. However, other clubs were noticing this great form, and in the end Liverpool came in and took Arne Slot from them, leaving Feyenoord in a bit of a struggling situation. Now Feyenoord finds themselves at 4th place in the Eredivisie, which is much lower than their standards. So today it is my job to take over Feyenoord and bring them back to their league winning ways, taking over the Dutch league. So we are here in charge of Feyenoord. This is going to be a great reward because this is a club that I actually do really like. I've done a couple saves of these, of course, in my past streaming career, which is almost non-existent now. I did a Feyenoord save and I really did get to know the team, and they have some great players, which of course if you look through here you can see a couple of them, especially someone like Santi Jimenez. He is the top player for sure. He's got that great finishing, and I think in this league he is one of the best players. Other players such as Hartman, Quinton Timber's brilliant. I mean, there are a couple very talented players and players that I will look to build around for this first season. Of course, we're doing it standard. We're not allowed to make any transfers in our first season, but we are ready to build a team around what we do have. Another player who I am really excited to work with, he was the greatest in every single time I've taken over Feyenoord. Calvin Stengs is a beast in FM. So honestly, I can't wait to build a tactic around all of these lot. I would really like to find a way to fit all of them in their best roles and get the team ready to go through this first season, hopefully already looking to challenge for that league title. So as I previously said, no transfer business has been done, but we are I think we're very ready to go into the first season. And as you can see here, this is the tactic that I plan to go into the season with. We're going for, I can't describe it. I would guess I can only describe it as a 3-3-3-1. The game says it's a 4-2-4. I don't see in what world this looks like a 4-2-4. I mean, yeah, no, it just doesn't look like one to me. So I will have to say that this is a 3-3-3-1. But I think this will work. We're going for 3 ball playing defenders at the back, most likely going to be Hanko, Trauner and Bielan, who is normally more of a defensive midfielder. He'll be given that role of centre back though. Quinton Timber and Zeroki as our 2 defensive midfielders, which I'm very happy with. They are both our strongest defensive midfielders, I think. Hartman on the left wing back, which again I'm very happy with because I wanted him to be in a more involved role. He is now. Stengs and Igor Paiksau, I don't know how to say his name properly. Igor Paiksau, I'm just going to say Igor. Both of them on the wings. We've got Huang as our advanced playmaker in the mid, and we also have Jimenez up top. I think this team is going to be very good. It's very good support towards Jimenez with both the wingers and the attacking midfielder, and also I think Stengs is going to shine in this lineup because he always does. Well, honestly, Stengs is someone who's one of the most underrated players in the game, especially in this league. At home, just look at the stats, not attributes, the stats. 6 goals, 3 assists in 7 games with a 7.67 average rating. Already 9 contributions in 7 games. I really do want to keep my hands on Stengs for as long as possible. I don't want anyone to try to take him off of me, because if they do, I might throw a tantrum. Alright, league so far, 4 games in, we've won them all. I mean, come on, just look at some of those results. A 3-0 win away at Ajax. They are a very difficult team to challenge with, and we managed to beat them. We also won a couple other games, a 3-0 win, a 4-0 win, both at home, Groningen and Heerenveen, and an away win, 4-2 against Heracles Almelo. Great. 4 games, 4 wins, and that leaves us top of the table so far. So that means we've got a very good chance of winning it this season. That's all I ask from my team. So I'm going to sim to the end of the season and hopefully come back to you with a league title in hand. But my expectations really are just a good challenge for that league title. So we're here at the end of the season with Feyenoord, and we've got some great players that's to show you. Starting off with Santi Jimenez, 30-goal season. I think he's a great striker in this game, especially for this league. It's a bit too low of a level for him. That 16 finishing will shine through absolutely anywhere in the world, so I think we are very lucky to have him. Calvin Stengs though, he is the real legend. I mean, 32 goal contributions in 48 games is still not the best that I've seen him have, and he will gain more and more as the seasons go on. But a 7.2 average rating as our highest is a very, very good season from him. Also, Igor on 21 assists, not one I was expecting to see, to be honest. I would have expected Stengs to be up there, but 21 assists and 16 goals. Wow, I'm surprised that he wasn't higher up on the average rating. That's a 37 goal contribution season. Wow, that's very big. I'm happy with that, but I think we should look at competitions now because there's a good chance that we have won something this season. So let's take a look. And it's a good season. Oh wow, we won it. Okay. I did not see the Conference League there. Okay, so we'll start off with the league. We managed to win our league in the first season here with Feyenoord. Now, we beat Ajax just by 1 point. Only 1 loss that entire season and 6 draws. I am very, very happy with that. Honestly, I am so surprised. Only 1 loss. That's crazy. We had a great season there, and I'm so happy with that for sure. Finally coming back to our winning ways in 1 season only. Now, Europa League. Oh no, sorry. It all starts off with the Champions League because I think we go through. We went through the playoff rounds, didn't we? I don't know. Yeah, we went through the playoff rounds, and in the 3rd qualifying round, we got eliminated to Lugano, a team in the Swiss Super League. Then we went through to the Europa League group stages because of that. And in that group stage, we went out 3rd, meaning that we got relegated to the Conference League, another relegation to a different European competition. But in that, we managed to go straight into the knockout playoff round. We beat TSC, a team in the Serbian Super League. Round of 16s, we beat Fenerbahce 5-3. Quarterfinals, we beat Lugano, the team that knocked us out of the Champions League. We got our revenge, 4-2 in the quarterfinals. Semi-finals, we beat Lyon on penalties after a 4-4 aggregate match. And then in the finals, we faced Fiorentina and beat them in extra time, 3-2. The great part about that match is we actually scored a last minute, or they, I guess, scored a last minute winner for us. Not winner, sorry, equalizer for us to make it 2-2, and then we went into extra time scoring in the 112th minute. That is a very, very big season, and I'm so happy with that. And actually, wow, another trophy. So we won a treble in our first season. The Johan Cruyff show is there as well. We've won a treble in our very first season with Feyenoord. I am so lost on what's going on here. That is a brilliant season, and I think we are ready to build off of this. Now, finances, we don't have a lot to work with, I'll be honest. So we're gonna have to be smart of our transfers. It all depends on who we sell, who we can bring in. Places to improve though, I could get another centre back for sure, because Bielan is not my type of centre back fully. A new attacking midfielder could be doable, because I'm not sure if Wang is the greatest attacking midfielder. Could we go for another defensive midfielder? I think I'm pretty happy with the defensive midfielders, but yeah, those positions definitely are ones to improve on. Attacking mid and centre back could be where we improve. So I'm ready to go off to the next transfer window to show you guys who we can manage to bring in, and if we do change the tactic whatsoever, I'll see you there. So we're here in the second transfer window, and we've already made some sales. Hwang has left us to go to Al Gharafa in Qatar for 13.5 million, and he's actually doing very well so far for himself, so I'm very happy for him, but I'm happy more for the money that we're receiving. We've also sold Ayase Ueda off to FC Utrecht. He was only going to be a backup, and to be honest, he was more of a 3rd choice, I believe, for his position, so it's a good bye-bye to him, but I apologize. Just enjoy life at Utrecht. That was it for the signings in, but we have but we have brought in Martin de Roon from Atalanta. Now, I don't know if this signing will be any good, but 4.5 million is not a lot of money, so I feel like it could have been worth that risk. He's a more experienced player, and his attributes do say that it will be a good signing, but I really hope that his talent can really push through that, because I know he can be, but I really hope he is. I hope he is. I think last season he did very well over in Atalanta. He played a full season of football at a 7.10 average rating level, which is very high for a top 5 league. So I'm really hopeful for this signing. We've also signed Pascal Gross for £7 million from Borussia Dortmund. He had a great season last season after a full season of football again. So we decided to bring him in. He has great stamina still and he can be good for another few seasons. And the final signing in is Presnel Kimpembe, who signed him from PSG, another person who had a great season last season, and I saw he was available, so we swooped in and brought him in. He will be a brilliant signing. He's fast and he's a good left-sided centre back, so I'm sure he'll be a great addition into the team. So this is how we're lining up for the second season, sorry. I don't believe there are any changes to the lineup here, but this is just kind of how I roughly see it going. If I do sort by the best 11, yeah, this is what it's showing. Jimenez up top, of course, that stays the same. The differences are Pascal Gross in the attacking midfield. It is saying now that I should trust Ivanusek, I don't know how to say his name properly. But there is also Igor on the bench, who is already doing very well for us. Of course, Stengs on the right too, who is also doing brilliant. But this is who I really want to talk about. 10 goals in 5 games for Santi Jimenez on an 8.32 average rating. This is already proving to be a brilliant lineup. The support to Jimenez is just so good. Also, Derun, obviously the new addition into the midfield line, and Kimpembe, of course, the new addition into the defensive line. Now, I would have preferred to have Hanko in the defense and run him as a centre back, sorry, or even run Presnel Kimpembe as the centre back. But it is still telling me that the better option would be to run Beelen in the defense, and I don't know if it is the better option or not, but I will trust it. I'm not going to lock anyone in. I'll give him his extra season to try and prove me wrong, but I don't like him. So league so far, 4 games in and we're still undefeated. 1 draw away against PSV, which is a good result, I will be honest. A great result if you think about it, because they are one of the biggest challenges for the league. The wins though, some big wins, a 6-3 win, a 5-0 win and a 4-0 win, meaning we are up there on goal difference for sure. But Ajax are right behind us, chasing us for that league title once again, and we do have them as our next match, I can see, but you guys will not see that until the end of the season. So it's a great start to the season. I think we're ready to sim to the end to show you the results for the entire season and hopefully come back to you with some big trophies in my hand. So we're here at the end of the season and Santi Jimenez has outdone last season. 40 goals in 37 games is quite brilliant, and that's the only word I can use to describe it. He is a great player and I'm so lucky to have him in here, and I'm gonna keep saying it until the very end. What a player he is. Calvin Stengs also up there on highest assists, but not as good of a season, I have to say. Less goals, less assists, I believe. No, or maybe more assists, but less goals for sure. More of he took up more of a natural passing role than last time. He had about 25 goal contributions in 34 games this time around. So I mean, it's still very good, but I think he could do better. I think it's time to look at our competitions to see how we have done this season. I'm not sure if it's gone as good, because all round it doesn't look as good, but certain players have had a lot better performances, so it's really hard to judge. But we won the league again, and that's all that matters. Also, the Johan Cruyff Schal once again, meaning another double for Feyenoord. That is very good, and I'm very happy with that. Champions of the league once again by 5 points this time, so we really have outdone Ajax this time. I mean, they've only picked up 1 point on us the entire season. We've picked up 4 on them, I believe. So I mean, it shows that we were the more deserving team. Of course, I think they are our only real competitors right now, though, as PSV are 13 points behind us and still 8 points behind Ajax. So they are still a fair distance behind. Ajax are our only real competitors for the league right now. Johan Cruyff Schal, though, we beat PSV. Of course, there is only one round of it, the final. We beat them 2-1 in that. Also, Champions League. I'm not too happy about this, but league phase, we got eliminated in. Only 1 single win in the entire competition. I mean, I would have expected us to win 4 of these, minimum. Because, well, you have to play Lyon at home. Again, even that one, is a maybe a draw, but I still expect a win. Malmo, I 1000% expect to win, and Partizan, I 1000% expect to win. So I really don't, I feel like it's not been the greatest from Feyenoord in the Champions League, but there is always more time. Obviously we are only in the second season, so there's always more time to recover that. I think it's been a great season, and there's more to build off of this. I think a couple places that we could improve on. I don't know about a couple, but one place would probably be a new defensive midfielder, as Martin de Roon has absolutely stunk it this season. I don't know what happened to him, but he should not be playing for us on a 6.8 average rating. I apologize, but it's just not on. Also, Bielan, another average season at most. I would either, no, Hanko is not going to be playing now, will he? Because we have a new left-sided centre-back, he really won't be playing. So I believe another 1 or 2 centre-backs could be very necessary, because I mean, Trauner's aging big time. It's going to be difficult, but centre-backs are definitely the places to go for right now. So I think we're ready to go to the next transfer window to show you guys what transfers we have brought in to improve our team and get us ready for the league and Champions League next season. So the one single sale we've made is David Hanko. He's left us to go to Al Hilal for £50 million. A big money signing for a very big player, and we're sad to lose him because he was very talented. Now we have made a couple signings. The first one is Mies Hilgers from FC Twente on a free transfer. We've signed him more as cover for the centre-back roles. He played in the league before, of course, so he's a natural in the Eredivisie. Hopefully he can be good cover to our centre-backs. We've also signed James McCarthy. Now I've seen he's had some struggles at Manchester City so far, and we saw him on a free, so I thought, okay, he could always be very good cover for us if we do need that. And he has played pretty averagely for City when he has come through. Of course, the Premier League is a very difficult level league, so I think he could be very good for us, and he has proven it so far off of the bench in 5 different appearances, 4 goal contributions. He's been amazing. We've also signed Martin Vitic for 7.5 million, I believe, yep, from the Czech Republic First Division. He's done very well so far. 7.32 average rating in 5 games. Last season he absolutely smashed it. So I mean, I'm very happy with this signing. As you can see, he got a 7.22 in the league last season for Sparta Prague. So I mean, I'm very excited for this signing, and hopefully he can lead that midfield right in the center. And that's because on the right hand side we've also signed a new centre back in Jean-Claire Todibo. Now we've signed him from OGC Nice. Nice were very mistreating of him, I have to say, giving him a lot of game time in the second team rather than the first team, which I do not agree with whatsoever. He still had a great season with them though, 7.09 average rating when he did play. So we came in, the price was cheap to me. I thought, okay, we're gonna take him in as it is a bargain. His value has already almost doubled. So I mean, I'm very happy with this signing. He's a top class centre back. So looking at the lineup, this is kind of how I see us going into the season. Again, we're keeping Pascal Gross over there because he is still amazing. The stamina is still there, and he is still doing so well. I mean, the rest of the team does look a lot better, and also more cover in more positions now. I'm liking it a lot more. I still think De Roon should have left when he had the chance, but oh well, he's still at the club, so what can I do about it? Looking at the league so far, 4 games in, and wow, 20 goal difference. Just look at some of the scores that we have won by. 5-0, 5-1, 7-0 against FC Eindhoven, I guess rivals of ours, local rivals, and 5-1 away to VVV Venlo. I mean, brilliant, just amazing. I think, I don't know if that's, yeah, no, there's 2 clean sheets out of those. I would have wanted more, but again, with no defense on the right hand side, I mean, I can't ask for too much more. I think it's been a great start to the season, and I do hope that we can carry it throughout. So what I want is to retain the league title and really go in hard on that Champions League, looking to hit the knockout rounds and make it as far as possible. So I'll see you at the end of the season, and hopefully we've done exactly that. So here at the end of the 3rd season, and player stats are very confusing to say the least. Santi Jimenez, top goal scorer once again, 35 goals in 38 games. He is still doing so well, and I'm very thankful for that. Highest average rating, though, this is where it gets a bit strange, as it goes to Gidges. Wow, Geese, Small, or Small. 20 starts, 3 goals, 9 assists, and a 7.32 average rating on that left back position. Now, I don't understand where he's come from. I don't think I've ever seen his face before, and I don't remember him being at the club, if I'm too honest with you. But he really has performed this season when Hartman hasn't, so I have to give it to him. Well done, because he took his chances, and he absolutely made himself known now. The whole world knows him. I mean, most assists, I'm happy with. 3 different people on that list. We have Luka Ivanusek on 13 assists. Got Calvin Stengs on 13 assists, and also we have Hartman, who is on 13 assists. But again, not too great of a season from Hartman, as previously shown by Giesmau. I'm struggling with these names, I'm sorry. But we're going to take a look at competitions to see how we've done in this 3rd season. Have we managed to retain the league? We have, and we've actually won the KNVB Becker, as well as the Johan Cruyff Show, meaning it's another treble for us here at Feyenoord, but another league phase elimination in the Champions League, which I am so upset about. I mean, taking a look at the Eredivisie, we won it by 3 points this time around, 5 losses and 4 draws. I think we did deserve it still. I mean, we've won more games. That's the only real thing. KNVB Becker, will take a look at it from the 3rd round. We beat FC Den Bosch 4-3 on extra time. Quarterfinals, a 1-0 win against Vitesse. Semi-finals, a 3-0 win at home to Almere, and then in the finals, FC Groningen. We were never going to lose to them. We absolutely took our chance. It's a treble for us in this 3rd season, 3 seasons in, and honestly, more trophies than I can count already. I believe we won about 8, so I'm very happy. But the league phase here is one thing that is not making me very happy right now, as we finished 34th, only 1 win and 7 losses. Now, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm sorry, I really don't. We might as well just not be playing in the Champions League. If there was a way to give up my spot, I really would. Honestly, it's not great. I don't know if it's something to do with the team, but we need to improve in some places, and I don't know how to get that done right now. So a new defensive midfielder is almost vital. We can't have Bielan in the starting lineup, as he is not a Champions League level midfielder. I think we could... I don't know how McCarthy's done okay, but I still feel like a new left winger could be done. New midfielder definitely could be, defensive midfielder, sorry, could definitely be done. How has Vitic done? I mean, Vitic hasn't been great. Another centre back could be used. A good high-level centre-back, because I don't think Hilgers is someone that can jump into the first team. I mean, really, it also does depend on who we do sell, because there's interest in Stengs, and there is always some sort of interest in Jimenez when the season does, when the transfer window does go on. So, I mean, yeah, it does also depend on who we sell, but there are places that we do desperately need to improve on, and I hope we can improve on them in the 4th transfer window. So I'll sim to the end of that, and hopefully we've been able to offload some of the deadwood in the team and bring in some Champions League level players. So here in the transfer window of the 4th season, we made 0 sales and some big signings in. We started off with Ethan Nwaneri from Arsenal on a free transfer. They were never really using him. They gave him a couple chances. He came off the bench a few times, a couple starts all round, but they never ended up making him a long-term plan in the team. So they let him off on a free transfer, and we swooped in to come and take him. Now, I think this is going to prove a very big signing, because just look at his attributes already. 15 finishing, 16 dribbling, 15 flair, and at the age of 20 with so much potential. He's fast, he's everything that we could want in a player, and also personality in the media is a wonder kid. So I'm really happy with that signing. He's going to be very vital in the long run. Speaking of great wonder kids, we've also brought in Sver Hausef Naipan. Now, Naipan has been brought in from the Seattle well, I guess Seattle Sounders. Wow, yeah, I almost forgot completely. Seattle Sounders. Now, Seattle Sounders bought him for 2.8 million from Rosenborg in the Norwegian league, which again I'm kind of happy with because it is a small step up in leagues, but it's not too big. Like it's not a major step up, and it did set us up to buy him for 6.5 million pounds, which I think is a great deal for someone who looks so talented. I think it's going to prove a great signing as well. And our final signing in is Ebere Eze from Crystal Palace on a free transfer. They had I don't know, I believe they were just relegated. Don't ask me twice though, because I wouldn't know. He had a decent season, pretty average all round, so I thought, okay, he's available on a free. I know how good he can be if he does get the right service around him, so I think we'll take the chance and bring him in as that attacking midfielder that we have been looking for. So taking a look at the tactic, it's going to be run the exact same way, but with a couple players different. Naipan in as the Segundo Volante, dropping oh well, what was his name? Beelan off to the bench. We also have Eze here as the advanced playmaker. That made McCarthy drop off to the bench, which he could still jump in on one of the wings, but I'm not too sure how that would work out yet. He still started a fair few games out of these lot though, so I'm sure we'll find a way. And also Ethan Waneri on the bench here. I don't know if we will be locking anyone into position. I don't think we will be, but I still think it's looking like a good season, and it shows that so far in the league, 5 games in, 5 wins, undefeated, no draws, and an 8-1 win in there against Almere City. Some massive results, 2 more clean sheets under the bag, and honestly, it's just looking so brilliant. I can't say anything else. It's just looking so fine. So I think we're ready to sim to the end of the season. This is the penultimate season, so next season will be the final season. We'll sim to the end of this season and look to finally make that big challenge in the Champions League to win it before the end of the rebuild. That is the main goal as of right now. We've already succeeded the first goal, so we are going for a second one of winning the Champions League. Let's do it. End of the penultimate season, and we can see top goal scorer goes back to Santi Jimenez. 26 goals and 29 starts is still so great. I mean, he's just been there the entire rebuild. He's been performing, and I'm so happy with it. Ebere Eze up there also on highest average rating and highest assist, 7.3 average rating and 24 assists in his first season here in the Eredivisie is quite big. I'll have to say that, because I'm proud. I'm very proud. Very good free transfer in my eyes. I think we're ready to look at competitions though, because I'm hopeful that we've won something that or taken it further than we could have before. Let's see. Round of 16s of the Champions League and another treble. Oh my god. We haven't won a trophyless season yet. We've won the league by 4 points here, only 2 losses in total, 5 draws, and we've won more games than anyone else. I mean, it's just brilliant. I think we're next level. KNVB Becker will take a look at this. Third round we played against, wow, I'm not saying their name. We beat them 2-1. Quarterfinals we played off against Groningen. They made the finals last season, so we beat them 2-1. PSV in the semis, and we beat them 2-1. And then it was an all Eindhoven final. No, Eindhoven? Wow. Feyenoord is not from Eindhoven. Wow, that almost got me. It was a 4-0 win for Feyenoord. Sorry, I thought, well, you know what? I thought it was FC Rotterdam. That's my bad. I apologize. But yeah, no. That is a very good season so far. I mean, so far, it's a great season. We won 3 different trophies. Well, I say different. We've won them before, but we won 3 trophies and finally made it out of the knockout, or of the league phase of the Champions League. We made it 13th place, meaning that we won 4 games, drew 2 and lost 2. I'm perfectly fine with that record. But knockout rounds played off against Porto, beat them 2-1 on aggregate. Round of 16s played off against Man City and only just about lost to them. It's unfortunate because it was only by, well, on the away leg we lost 2-0. It was only 2-0 to them in that away leg, so there was more room for us to do better, but It's okay. It's a start. I want next season a big push because it's our last season of the rebuild and I want to try win it. So let's take a look at the lineup and what we can improve on. Honestly, another winger for sure. I think we could use another winger. It really just depends on where people play. So if I sort by the best 11 now, this is kind of what it's showing me. It asked me to drop Stengs to the bench, I believe. Is he on the bench? Yes, it asked me to drop Stengs to the bench, which honestly I'm not too upset with because this season he's absolutely dropped his level more than I can account for. Honestly, I'm done with him. But a new defensive midfielder, I've been saying it for multiple years, could be useful. I really do want a new defensive midfielder to take over that spot because it's either going to be between Bieland or Zerouki, and I don't think either of them are that Champions League winning level. So we need someone solid in the defensive midfield for sure. Otherwise, I think we are perfectly ready to sim to the end of the next transfer window, show you lot what transfers we've made, and go into the final season with our heads high. So we've made a couple sales in this final transfer window, starting off with Martin Vitic going off to Al Ittihad for £62 million. Big profit for someone who I started to think wasn't doing amazingly. He was doing well, and he was doing well in the middle. Obviously, it's a very demanding role, the middle of the back three, but it was about time to let him go because I saw the money they were offering and I was never going to refuse it. Hartman has also left us to go to the exact same club as Vitic. He left us as I didn't see much of a future left for him. For the past 2 seasons, he's lost all of his talent. I don't know what to say. He's lost a lot of the pizzazz that he used to have before, and honestly now he's become more of a burden to the club than a player that I'm happy to have. So I thought, okay, I saw the interest, I asked for them if they want to buy him. £47 million, I'm leaving happy. So let's start off with some of the transfers. Wilfred Gnonto has come over from Leeds United on a free transfer. Now he is in mainly to be depth for us. He's good at covering both the wings, attacking midfield, and also up top, and that will come very in handy for us. We've also signed Justin Kluivert. Now his dad is not going to be proud whatsoever, but for £5 million it was a bargain. Last season he did quite well in the Premier League, so I thought £5 million, okay, we're getting him in. Even if he is depth, which I don't think he will because he's already played quite a few games and has done well in them, I think it's a big signing and I'm very happy with it. For that left wing back role, we've signed in Melvin Bard from OGC Nice. He had a very good season last season and for the past 2 consecutive seasons has been shining in that team. £44 million for him is a lot of money, but I think it will prove to be worth it at the end of the season. And our final signing, the one who's going to be that middle centre back I was waiting for, I hope at least, Willian Pacho has joined for £50 million from SC Freiburg. Of course, he starts off with PSG, but he did move on to Freiburg for the cheap after not being played whatsoever, and they managed to rebuild him up to the player that he is today. We've swooped him off their hands. £50 million, again, a lot of money, but I hope it will prove to be worth it. This is how I see us lining up for the rest of this season. We've gone for the same tactic the entire rebuild, I believe, as it's just proven so good. Finally, Pacho into the lineup, replacing that middle defensive midfielder. Naipan has gone back to a defensive midfielder as the segundo volante, as Kluivert has slotted in on that left wing. Makati on the right, Eze in the middle, and Jimenez up top. I think this team is top notch, but the league says similar. Tied points, only 1 goal difference in between me and Ajax, literally 1 goal. 5 wins, 5 games is absolutely brilliant. A couple games which I think we could have scored more, or we were a bit too on edge for my liking, and I mean Ajax have won a lot bigger matches than we have, but it still doesn't matter. We're still up there, 2nd place. I cannot complain. So I think we're ready to sim to the end of this season and hopefully finally go for it. I want to win everything this season, and when I say everything, I mean everything. So I'm going to sim to the end of this season and hopefully come back with all 4 main trophies in my hands. So here at the end of the final season, and once again, Santi Jimenez. I don't need to keep saying it. He has been honestly the most consistent player for us in this rebuild. I think he has dropped off a tiny bit this season, but top goal scorer, he is there every single year, year in, year out, and that's shown on the top right. Appearances 151 and goals 135. That's a great record. Honestly, I think he's been brilliant to have. Highest average rating, Ebere Eze on a 7.22 with a 41 goal contribution season in 48 games. That is quite good as well. Honestly, we've had a great season here based off player stats, but I want to know if we've had a good season here based off competition. So we'll take a look and see how we've done. Let's go. We've won. Okay. Oh, runners up. Runners. I saw the trophy and I thought, yes, we've won it. Runners up. So close. Manchester City in the finals. But we'll go through it with all of you. League Fairs, we made it through in 5th place. Only dropping points in 2 games. Roma away and Club Brugge away. The rest of the 6 we had won, including Juventus, Lazio and Napoli. Round of 16s played up against Atletico Madrid and made it through on penalties. Quarterfinals played Bayern Munich and made it through on a single goal ahead of them. Semi-finals, Inter Milan, and it's the same thing, 1 goal ahead on 5-4 aggregate to go into the final and lose 4-0 to Manchester City. Is unfortunate, but they are unstoppable, honestly. Man City, with someone like Haaland up top, you can only sit down and pray at the back of the pitch, honestly. The defense were probably on ropes. I haven't seen the game, but they were on ropes, I can just tell. We did win the Johan Cruyff Show against Ajax, making it, I believe, 5th season in a row of us winning it. So every single season of the rebuild we have won it, and it's the same thing with the league. 5 league wins in 5 seasons. I don't think that's been done in any of my rebuilds before, and I'm so happy with that. We finally gotten Feyenoord back to their winning ways, their ways of not only challenging for the league, which they were before, but we've taken them to win it every single season, and that is what Feyenoord fans were waiting for. I mean, Ajax had their period of going through the league every single season, winning, and Feyenoord just there challenging hard. When Arne Slot won, they finally got that massive taste of success for the first time since back in 2016-17. So, I mean, honestly, it's been a massive fight, but we've finally gotten Feyenoord back, and we've actually taken over the league, taking over all of the competition. Now, none of them are going to see the light of day over us. This rebuild has been an absolute success. So that's the end of a brilliant rebuild. I hope you guys did enjoy that as much as I did, because I had a lot of fun doing that. We finally took over the Eredivisie with Feyenoord, and if you did enjoy this, please leave a gigantic like on the video as it goes so far. Also, do subscribe and press the notification bell to know the next time that I do post. And I do like to ask you guys to rate my rebuilds in the comment section on a scale of 1 to 10. A 1 if you think this rebuild could use some work, and a 10 if you think this rebuild is great and I cannot wait for the next one. I hope you guys have a great day after watching this, and I'll catch you in my next video.